And Sarah, it's not just New York, but I'll get to that one in a second. Nationwide, home sellers are slashing prices. More than 1/4 of the homes listed for sale in the last month had a price drop, according to Redfin. That's a real estate brokerage. And that's the highest level since the company began tracking the metric in 2010. Redfin CEO said buyers have just reached their limit and sales were slow all summer. Now to New York City, which was seeing big price drops on the luxury end. Now that is happening at most price points because of so much new supply hitting the market. More sellers slashed prices during the week after Labor Day than in any other week since Street Easy began tracking that over a decade ago. Asking prices dropped on 744 homes. That beat the previous record of 713 homes set in 2009, and that's nearly 5% of all homes listed for sale. This will likely be the case in the coming months should mortgage rates continue to rise as they have been over the past month. Higher rates, of course, take away from purchasing power, and sellers will become painfully aware of that. More, of course, on this at realtycheck.cnbc.com. Back to you guys.
Is it really higher mortgage rates, Diana, that's affecting New York? I mean, don't people pay in cash so much more in New York City? Isn't it other things like foreign investment as well?
Well, obviously, foreign investment is mostly cash coming into New York City, but really the problem in New York City is oversupply. There has been just a huge amount of construction of brand new condominiums coming into the market at all price points. That puts oversupply into the market. We saw this coming years ago. You can't look around, 5 blocks without seeing a crane anywhere. So you have oversupply, you have higher mortgage rates, plus you just had prices really overheating over the past 5 years. And that's, there's a limit to what buyers can do.
Diana, is there a connection in New York City between the buying and selling market and the rental market? Because the rental market's been very, very weak in New York. And if you're thinking of buying in New York, you can get an advantageous rent. I mean, how does that trade-off work in a market, certainly like New York City?
Well, actually, New York is much like a lot of other big cities like D.C. Also, we saw not only a huge supply of new condos coming onto the market, but new rental apartments in New York City, in Washington, D.C., in Chicago, all over the place. We've seen big supply, commercial construction of new apartments and condos over the last several years. That much supply was going to take a bite out of prices. It was going to leave it so that, landlords just don't have the pricing power that they used to. That's happening all over the country.